Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the entirely merciful, the specially merciful. I am here with the talk to God matrix, and these two expressions, grapes and herbage. It is amazingly, miraculously fixed with the RAP1 code through the talk to God matrix. First of all, we have to consider the verse from the Quran. Chapter 80, verse 28 says, "And grapes and herbage." Now we will take these two expressions and apply the RAP1 code and see the outcome miraculously fixed with the RAP1 code. I'm Umer Javed from Pakistan, and I have uncovered with God's permission and decree the miraculous expressional code of the Quran in year 2020. The book of this discovery shall inshallah be released in August 2021. First of all, I shall give you a small refresher of the RAP1 code, and then we shall see how these two expressions, which I have displayed in the first slides, are found fixed through talk to God matrix. In the RAP1 code, first of all, you have to select an expression from the Quran. Now there are 4 elements. Element number 1 is chapter numbers. Element number 2 is verse numbers. Element number 3 is verses involved. In the chapter numbers, you have to write the chapter numbers in which the expression has occurred. For the verse numbers, you have to write the verse numbers in which the expression has occurred. And for verses involved, you have to write the total number of verses which are involved in the expression. The last and the fourth element is aspect of multiple occurrence. That is, if the expression inside the verse occurs twice or thrice or more number of times, excuse me, then the verse number will also be added twice, thrice, or same number of times. Then you have to take the subtotal for each element. Subtotal for chapter numbers, for example, is A. Subtotal for the verse numbers is B, and subtotal for the verses involved, for example, is C. Now you have to take the grand total. You add A plus B plus C, that is adding chapter number plus verse numbers plus verses involved. Let's assume the final answer is 56. The final answer we had assumed after adding A plus B plus C was 56. Now we have to apply the RAP1 code on the final answer. Refer to chapter number 73 of the Quran, verse 3 and 4, which provides a hint and a lead towards this code. Half of it or subtract from it a little, or add to it and recite the Quran distinctively or recite the Quran with Mayya. The final answer was 56. Half of it, that is 56 divided by 2, multiply by, add to it, that is 56 plus 1. The answer shall be 1596, which is a multiple of 19. The final outcome after the application of the code shall be considered passing if it is a multiple of 19 or it is a running 19. Example of running 19 is, for example, the final answer is 180091. Now you add the digits in the final answer. That is 1 plus 8 plus 0 plus 0 plus 9 plus 1 is equal to 19. It is a running 19. Coming over to the expression which is fixed with the RAP1 code via talk to God matrix. The verse says, chapter 80, verse 28, "And grapes and herbage." Now God has highlighted these two expressions. We have taken grapes and herbage and applied a joint matrix. That means there is no group involved. Now there are 3 verses in which grapes and herbage has been used. We have to write the chapter numbers in which these expressions have been used. For example, chapter number is 80, verse number 28 for grapes and verse number 28 for herbage. And then chapter number 17, verse number 91 also has an additional occurrence of grapes. The subtotal for the chapter numbers is 97. The subtotal for the verse numbers is 147. There are total 3 verses which are involved in the expression. The grand total that becomes is 247. Now apply the RAP1 code. 247 divided by 2, multiply by 248. The answer shall become 30628, which is a running 19 as well as a multiple of 19. I would like to highlight here that the code is so precise as per the directives, as per the directions of God, that the verse said, chapter 80, verse 28, "And grapes and herbage." Now it is the grapes and not the grape vines which Allah has highlighted in the above verse. Therefore, it is the grapes and herbage which was taken for calculation for the RAP1 code via talk to God matrix and found amazingly, miraculously fixed as a running 19 as well as on a multiple of 19. Allah be praised.